Hello, today I'm going to show you how to loop in a low water shallow spot using what I call the chop. My first video example is at Salida at about 700 CFS. A lot of people say they don't like or can't loop under 900, but I've looped all the way down to about 350 CFS in this spot. I start on top of the pile just like any other loop, but I may even take some backstrokes to slow my momentum down. Instead of pointing straight upstream, I line up pointing a little off to one side, maybe 10 degrees or maybe even up to 45 degrees. At this point I'm ready to plug the bow. I use a backstroke to slow down my momentum and turn the boat straight, and I take a quick rock forward to get the bow initiated. We are going to watch this clip again in slow motion. Notice how I start at an angle. Notice how I'm on a backstroke and I take a quick rock forward to chop in. And finally notice that the bow is initiated behind the seam in the white water, not in front of the seam on the green water. This is important because the feature is going to be deeper under the white water than it is up on the green water. This next spot is Golden, Colorado at about 300 CFS, but I've heard people say it needs to be above 600 to loop. Once again, notice how I use backstrokes to slow me down and to turn me straight as I chop in. This third spot is Davies Wave at Pagosa Springs, and it is extremely shallow at about 300 CFS. Another tip is to try to keep your loop small. The higher you try to go, the deeper your boat will go. This final spot is Vail, Colorado during the GoPro Mountain Games. This spot wasn't shallow, but it was hard to plug. Watch how I use the chop method to initiate my bow for the Space Godzilla in this hard to plug spot. And here's the same clip one more time in slow motion. Please note that this was not an exhaustive how to loop section, but rather just a small segment on how to vary your entry based on water conditions. For my full instructional videos, please check out anybodycankayak.com.